Alright, today we're going to be making fried rice. In order for this to work, you have to have your rice cooked the day before and then put it in the fridge. So this was 3 cups of uncooked rice. I put it with 5 cups of water. Most rice is 2 to 1. For this type of rice, I like, if it's just for fried rice, I like to go like 1 cup less. So it's like 1.5 to 1 roughly is what it would be. Something to think about when you do rice. A little less liquid, that's all. So we're gonna put these vegetables in it. I'm gonna be doing Japanese style, which means I'm gonna be using butter and not oil. And we're gonna be stir frying it in a wok. So everybody got that? So we're gonna start by prepping our vegetables, like we always do. So we're gonna start with our onion. Okay, again, growing in we're cutting off, root in we're leaving on. Okay, you want about maybe 1 small to medium onion. You want about 1 cup of diced onion is what you're gonna want. So we're gonna peel off 2 to 3 layers. Got that so far. Okay, claw grip again. We're gonna cut there, turn it towards us. Again, this is where we control our thickness of our onions. You want them small, so less than 1/4 inch. Okay, big thing to remember, consistency. Try to make them all look the same. Okay. You can use your knife. Bench scraper works out pretty well here as well, though. What do you want help with?
To help you doing that. To help you love.
Okay. Let me get your apron on.
Sure. See, my daughter's helping.
Isley is helping. She's decided to jump in and help today.
And she's a dog. And she's a,
you can say it. They can hear you.
And I'm my dad's daughter.
They know that.
Trying to let them know so they won't forget.
Oh, okay. If you can make it fit in 1 bowl, make it fit in 1 bowl. If not, 2 bowls. No point in making too much of a mess.
No. Push them
on. So what we're doing is called mise en place. Is what it's called. It's where we get everything together and in its place. So in restaurants, that's prepping your station for cooking. That's getting everything cut and ready to go, so that when it's time to actually do the cooking, we can do it really quick, really easy. That's what prep work is also mise en place. Okay, next.
He knows everything.
We don't know everything. We're gonna peel our carrot. You wanna do it? Right up here. A lot of this mise en place, this is one good time to show kids how to do things. It's also a time to get them involved with this. Okay. I don't need any more. So I like to cut it in half first. Makes it easier to work with. Most dishes dishes. Most cooking schools, they have you cut things down into smaller pieces. 2 inches is generally where, okay, there you go. Is generally where they have you cut it down to is 2 inches. Good job. Hardest part about teaching my daughter is she's left-handed and I am right-handed.
Yep. I am left-handed and my mom's also left-handed.
So again, when we cut, use that claw grip. Try to keep the knife on the board. Use that nice rocking motion. Okay. Good time also to learn about knife safety. It's also a good time to learn about vegetables and how good vegetables can be. They're not all bad. Most kids will tell you they are. So you want about half a cup of the carrots. Yep.
Good.
Yeah. On the celery, we are going to cut them straight down the middle in half. And then we're going to slice them. Go thinner on these.
You're pretty fast.
Thanks.
This carrot's delicious.
It's a good carrot.
Yep, delicious. I don't need any help. Always.
And then the last thing we're going to do is our garlic. I'm smashing.
And cut it.
Then cutting.
And also slicing it.
Slicing. Hold on, I'm not quite done. Turn it sideways. Hold on, let me finish.
Now. These are so small pieces. This bowl?
Yep. So we have carrots and onions, celery and garlic. Next we're gonna do is our chicken.
It's pretty good.
Okay, this is a full small breast.
Can I help?
All we're gonna do is cut off the middle tendon because the tendon just gets a little tough.
It kind of looks like a heart.
It does look like a heart.
It looks like a heart.
So we're gonna cut this out.
Can I feel it?
No.
Why?
'Cause wash your hands.
Huh? You might go wash your hands.
You need to go. 1/4 inch. Roughly, and then 1/2 inch. That's what we're going for. Your chicken breast may not have a full chicken breast. It may just be a lobe, so it probably won't have this tendon in the middle. But 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. Think of it this way: you want bite size. Okay, chicken shrinks when you cook it, so bite size. Good job.
Oh, can I feel it?
No.
Why?
'Cause.
You might have to wash your hands again.
So cutting out this tendon. Wait. Oh,
I know that.
Okay, if your chicken's super thick, like get a big lobe, you can
touch it.
take it and cut it in half, and I'll show you. I'm not going to cut it
looks like a heart now.
for you, but I'll show you how to cut it in half. So if this was like super thick, what I would tell you to do is take it this way, and what we call butterfly it. That's where you take your knife and you cut this way on top through the middle, so it's not as thick. If you want it to be thinner, you can also pound it out. Just put a piece of plastic wrap over the top. Either use a heavy bottom pan, or if you have a meat mallet, you can use a meat mallet.
And they also all shape like a heart, but now they aren't because they're cutted.
So pretty much you want these to be somewhat the same size. They're going to shrink down when they are cooked. When it comes to rice, I eat brown rice right now. White rice is more typical. If you are in the no rice club and you want to use the cauliflower rice, you can use the cauliflower rice. It works all the same no matter what. Nope.
Uh-oh.
Thank you. You will need 2 eggs into a bowl. We're going to scramble these first. Stir that. You're scrambling the eggs. That's all you're doing. So little circles. Walk on high heat. Okay, you want to get this hot, so you really want to get this let it sit for about a minute or 2. Okay, the way you tell if it's hot enough is after it's sat on high heat, no oil, just dry, and you just, okay, still takes a little while to evaporate, so not quite ready. When it comes to oil for this, I like to use sesame oil for this part. If you want normal oil, olive oil works, vegetable oil works. Okay. You're going to take about a tablespoon of oil into the bottom. Swirl. That popping is the water. Okay. And then what we're going to do, we're going to take our egg right in there. Okay. Letting it cook.
I didn't know how to make it.
Okay, we're keeping this as one nice scrambled egg until it's nice and set. Okay, that's good. Okay. Like that. Give it a flip. Just enough to cook the bottom. Onto a plate. Okay. From here, I'm gonna let this cool. We're gonna start the rice itself. So we're gonna start with about a tablespoon of room temp butter. Notice I did not wipe my pan. Okay. Chicken. before it melts. Yep, gets loud. Salt. Salt. Okay. And stir. Okay. Onions before the pink goes away. Onions. Another tablespoon of butter. The butter is what makes this Japanese rice as opposed to a Chinese fried rice. Chinese fried rice uses oil. Japanese, they use butter. So what we're aiming for is similar to what you get at a steakhouse. What we're aiming for. While that's cooking, we're going to get our soy sauce measured out. Okay, we need 1/4 cup of soy sauce. So you're going to fill it to that one.
Okay. This good then?
Okay, pink is almost gone. Once the pink is gone, I'm adding carrots. I'm adding celery.
I like this.
And garlic. Oh, it tends to stick a little bit. Okay.
Do I put it in here?
Let me see. Not yet. I add a dash of rice wine vinegar to my soy sauce. So, just a little bit. Now you pour it in there. Okay, so stirring.
Here you go, Dad. Can you pour it in?
Nope.
Okay. That's for the rice.
Yep, after the rice.
Yep. When are you gonna cook the rice?
It's going in here soon.
Okay, I'll be quiet.
You're silly. So, we are cooking. Letting it cook. Okay. Our egg. What I'm going to do while we're waiting is I'm going to fold it and just using my spatula,
Okay, cut it.
I'm going to cut it into strips.
You better use the knife.
Spatula works pretty good. Okay, I got it into strips. And then I'm going to take the strips and cut those perpendicular so that I have chunks of egg. If you want, you can cook your egg in with all the other things if you want. The difference is that you don't get the same amount of eggs pieces in the rice as you normally would. Okay. I highly suggest you do the way I did it for the eggs. You don't lose as many eggs in the vegetables and the chicken. And this is what I do in a lot of stir fries or dishes that call for eggs. Is I cook the eggs afterward or beforehand, put them off to the side, and then I add them in later. Pad Thai is another example of this. Eggs, you want the eggs to kind of blend themselves, show themselves off. Okay. If you were to do eggs, you would make a well in the middle and you would cook your eggs right there in the middle. We are not going to. I'm just cooking a little bit more. I'm going to put my rice in.
Soy sauce.
Not yet. Okay. Rice is in, and I'm just heating the rice back up. We don't need to cook it anymore, we're just heating it back up. Okay. And then we're gonna add our soy sauce, pour it all around. All around. There you go. Our soy sauce and rice wine vinegar mixture.
That looks good.
Okay, and then
That would look good.
we throw in our eggs.
Put in the eggs. I'll go get the balls. For our food.
And I'm gonna hit it with fresh pepper. A little bit more. And heat off. And we are done so far. Now we're going to plate it.
For our food on to eat. Then you have the video done. Can I talk to you?
And I'm going to plate it in our little bowl here. Okay, if you want to finish this off with some green onions, scallions, chives, any of that, this can be a main dish or a side dish. It is up to you.